only we can fly.
Ladies and gentlemen, MPWF fans of all ages, welcome to the first edition of MPWF's Sunday Night Metal. I am your broadcaster announcer for this splendid evening. I am DJ Johnny Feelgood, and what a good evening we have for you tonight. 3 matches tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We kick things off with a huge match between Dagger and Tyrone Fitzgerald. Then we move on to Smoke versus Tommy Douglas, and in our main event, Lemar James Jackson will take on Brian Adams. So ladies and gentlemen, let's head to ringside for our first contest of the evening. And now here comes one half of the Goth Flick Society, Dagger, and this is quite the interesting situation that has aroused here in the MPWF. On the very first edition of MPWF Raw on SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, Dagger and Shift interrupted Cash Money Incorporated and told them to stop complaining about their issues on losing the Undisputed Tag Team Championships and to man up, because these guys, Dagger and Shift, want those tag team belts. They defeated Cash Money Incorporated on Raw in tag team action. Then on SmackDown, unfortunately for the Goth Flick Society, Ricky Cash defeated Shift. But now tonight on Sunday Night Metal, Dagger has the opportunity to bring back the wins to his side by defeating none other than Tyrone Fitzgerald. Now this task for Dagger tonight is a lot easier said than done. Tyrone Fitzgerald is a former MPWF champion, tag team champion, former member of the Creed, former SmackDown tag team champion. Tyrone Fitzgerald is a living legend in the MPWF and used to be a well-respected veteran until this year when he turned on the fans and then eventually ended up joining the disgusting group known as Cash Money Incorporated. Cash Money Incorporated does not care about the fans, they do not care about wrestling, all they care about is championships and money. And now about that attitude of theirs, it does mean something. The attitude of just winning championships and money allows them to be extremely successful in the MPWF. And unfortunately for those two at the Welcome to YouTube show, they were unable to defeat the Natural Disasters. By the way, the Natural Disasters member Smoke will be competing later on this evening against Tommy Douglas, but that's for another part of this show. Unfortunately for them, they lost the Undisputed Tag Team Championship matchup and are no longer known as the first tag team champions. So tonight, Tyrone Fitzgerald is looking to prove that Cash Money Incorporated is one of the best in the tag team division and one of the best in the overall MPWF. And to do that, he must defeat Dagger in singles action tonight. So here we go, and this should be a great match to kick off the evening here tonight. We are still in Chicago, Illinois. Look at the big fist drop there by Dagger, and Dagger punching away at Tyrone Fitzgerald. And what an epic show we had this past week on SmackDown. Now unfortunately for us, Apollo has been suspended indefinitely, but we will talk more about that when cabinet members Smoke and Whisper make their way to the ring later on. But you see Dagger now with a headlock on Tyrone Fitzgerald. We've already talked about how Shift took on Ricky Cash in a great matchup on SmackDown and was unable to defeat Ricky Cash with Shift, and that has given Cash Money Inc. a victory back in this rivalry, it seems, and is able to give them momentum. And you can see Dagger trying to throw Tyrone Fitzgerald to the outside of the ring, and that spinning back kick was enough to send him to the floor. And now Dagger looking to go high risk here, and Dagger going off the top rope and takes down Tyrone Fitzgerald. And Dagger will always go high risk. That is what Dagger is best at, and that's how he will attack his opponents. Now Dagger has had quite the year here in the MPWF. Don't forget, Dagger won a #1 contendership matchup against Joey Eagle back when MPWF was a part of MPWF Nitro, and then challenged Joe Eagle for the World Championship in a steel cage match, and what a leg drop off the top rope there by Dagger, taking down Tyrone Fitzgerald. Now unfortunately for Dagger, he was unable to win the World Championship, but that right there, that gained Dagger so many more fans, that gave Dagger so much more momentum here in the MPWF, and now he's back with the Goth Flick Society, back with Shift, and wants to be tag team champion once more. And Tyrone Fitzgerald there, neutralizing the referee, trying to get himself some space here, which he's able to do, and now going for a power slam and takes down Dagger. What a slam there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. Now Fitzgerald picking Dagger back up, and a big time knife hand chop there by Tyrone. said Tyrone is not the man to mess about. We've seen Tyrone Fitzgerald in possibly every match type you can think of. Former tag team champion was he, with not only Ricky Cash, but Joe Eagle. Tyrone Fitzgerald has seen it all here in the MPWF. And I mean, he's going to use that veteran instinct. And there's that crossface there on Dagger to beat his opponents. And Dagger in a world of trouble. And Tyrone Fitzgerald, copying this move from Sean Stevens, has used it quite effectively. And about Sean Stevens, ladies and gentlemen, he on MPWF Raw was chokeslammed to hell by Systematic Carnage. Lethal Mathematics tried to get retribution for it. And there's a pause screen there with an Xbox dashboard, and what you just saw there was our advertisement for the new Xbox update on the Xbox 360. But back to what we were talking about before, Sean Stevens was chokeslammed to hell by Systematic Carnage. Lethal Mathematics on SmackDown tried to get retribution, and unfortunately for Mathematics, the Devil's Rejects came out of nowhere and got themselves involved in the situation, and now it appears that the Devil's Rejects are on the same size as Systematic Carnage, and we are being told that we will find out more information about that situation on MPWF Raw Episode 8. And Tyrone Fitzgerald now throwing Dagger in the barricade, using his strength to subdue the much quicker, much younger Dagger. There's a big time atomic drop there. You can see him dropping the tailbone into the knee of Tyrone Fitzgerald. And some people may say that move is not effective, but if you've ever landed on your tailbone in an awkward position, you will know that that move will hurt like hell. And now Tyrone Fitzgerald there with a headlock, looking to do damage to Dagger on our announce table, but no, an atomic drop, a frontwards one this time, and now throwing Dagger onto the table, and Dagger in trouble right now, and Tyrone Fitzgerald seeming to be in control by keeping this match to the outside. You can see our German announce team trying to move out the way, but Dagger himself moving out the way, now throwing Tyrone Fitzgerald into the table, and now Fitzgerald being thrown back inside the ring, and this is where Dagger wants to keep this match up, now with a waistlock. Now Dagger going here for a back suplex there, dropping Tyrone Fitzgerald on the back of his head. Now Dagger back to where he feels comfortable on the top rope. Now speaking of competitors who were comfortable on the top rope, Jason Rage. Oh, what a leg drop there off the top rope there by Tyrone Fitzgerald. No, sorry, by Dagger, taking down Tyrone Fitzgerald in a rope break. Jason Rage returned to action on MPWF SmackDown, where he was able to defeat Joe Eagle in the main event in one hell of a matchup and has advanced to the semifinals. And now on MPWF Raw Episode 8, our first semifinal matchup will be Antonio Goldman versus Jason Rage, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be absolutely phenomenal. That's going to be one hell of a matchup. But you can see Tyrone Fitzgerald with these constant atomic drops, and now a tornado DDT taking down a Dagger. And now will Tyrone Fitzgerald go for a cover? No, he's not finished yet. Oh, kick to the gut. Now Fitzgerald, big time forearm, and now the kip up there by Tyrone Fitzgerald, showing that he still has it. Like I said, he has used his veteran instinct in this matchup to subdue Dagger, and Dagger is in a lot of trouble right now, and Fitzgerald picking him back up. Another kick to the gut. Another kick there by Tyrone, and now a big time knife hand chop, and now Tyrone Fitzgerald heading to the top rope, and probably looking for that elbow drop off the top, and connects there with the elbow into the heart of Dagger, and Tyrone Fitzgerald, reminiscent of the sign that he used to use in the Creed with Joe Eagle, and now setting up for that TKO, Tyrone's knockout. And now that is it. Can Dagger kick out? 1, 2, 3. Chalk up another victory for Cash Money Incorporated. And here is our replays here the MPWF Tech Crew has been able to give us since we've come to 2011. And look at this back suplex there, so quick and so awkward, snapping back on Dagger. And here, ladies and gentlemen, the TKO, so fast, so devastating. Tyrone Fitzgerald then went for the cover, and that was it. Fitzgerald was able to pick up the victory here tonight on Metal. And Tyrone Fitzgerald and Ricky Cash now both with singles victories over the Goth Click Society. That pretty much makes them even. The Goth Click Society has a tag team victory. Cash Money Inc. has 2 singles victories. Ladies and gentlemen, what I gotta say now is that we're getting closer to a #1 contendership matchup between these two. And now that's me saying that. It's up to Mr. Vermongo. The question is, will Mr. Vermongo want his cabinet members to defend their championships against these two? We'll have to find out later in the future of the MPWF. But ladies and gentlemen, when we return for MPWF Metal, you will get to see our next matchup as Smoke takes on Tommy Douglas.